Hi there. So today we're going to go over the foundational principles of our mindset work. So our mind is incredibly complex, and we can break it down into a few categories to help us understand it a little bit better. So the first is our fixed versus dynamic mindset. So our fixed mindset is often thought of as a negative mindset. So this is really when we are in a fixed or rigid or permanent definition of what is true in our mind. So when all of our abilities and beliefs and potential opportunities and opinions are all really limited and fixed, and we don't see the possibility for anything different. Okay, where our dynamic mindset is the complete opposite, where we are really in an open mindset, where we think that anything is possible, anything is true. We could have, the belief that anybody's opinions are have the ability to be right. And we just have that open mindset where we think that the world and our own mind is constantly changing, and we're okay with all of that change. Okay. So our actions and our behaviors are really the end result of outside motivators, and that we can really go a lifetime without seeing or sensing or understanding, right? So bringing awareness to these motivators can really change our behavior and therefore our end results. Then we've got our unconscious mind versus our conscious mind. So our unconscious mind is really the why of why, the why. It really is, our unconscious mind is the why. It is why we do everything. It is the unconscious choices create our behaviors through our impulses to act on things. So it makes decisions for us actually a full 6 seconds before we are aware of them, before our conscious mind is aware. So for instance, if I'm going to reach out to try and touch you right now, 6 seconds before I actually reached, my unconscious mind made the choice that I was going to do that for me. And I wasn't even aware of it yet. Okay, so it's really interesting how our unconscious mind works. And sort of the background of our unconscious mind is this. We all have influences in our lives. Things like our culture, our social influences, our geographical and environmental influences. So where we're born, the family we're born into, those influences will impact our perceptions of things. So our perceptions are really, the story of who we think we are, right? And I say story for a good reason. We'll go into stories down the road. But our perception then impacts our belief system. So the things that we accept as true, our belief systems then are set us up for our expectations in life, right? So the things that we believe are true set up what we expect to happen. And when I say expectations, I mean not only for the others or for things around us, but for ourselves as well, right? We set up a lot of expectations for ourselves. So really what it breaks down to is what our perceptions are, what we perceive ends up being our life in a way, right? So if we look at all of those steps, the influences, our perceptions, our belief systems, and our expectations end up being how we live our life, okay? So that unconscious mind, when I say it is the why of all of our decisions, it really breaks down to all of those different steps, going right back to the day that we were born and where and who we spend our time with, right? So our unconscious mind makes a lot of decisions based on all of those things that are going on in our head. In fact, 95% of our decisions are made by our unconscious mind because of those influences, perceptions, and beliefs. And we are actually aware of a lot of our perceptions and a lot of our decisions, but we actually fight ourselves a lot of the time. Have you ever been in a situation where you think you should be doing something, but then another part of your mind says, oh, maybe not, maybe that's not the right decision right now, and you fight against your gut reaction, that gut instinct to do something. That gut reaction is your unconscious mind trying to get you to do one thing, and our conscious mind fights against that often. Okay, so really, the main thing that I want you to get from this whole mini lesson on our foundational principles of mindset is that all of our success is an awareness of self. So the more we are aware, the more we can create change. Okay, so we're going to start bringing awareness into our lives. And I'm going to leave you with that for today, and we will talk again soon.